Ooh, I love those.
Those nice, like,
Ooh,
sweet
look at the picture.
smelling.
That one's a rose quartz.
Yeah. And there's actual rose quartz in it.
Wow.
See? It smells fabulous.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna get high off of this scent real quick. Oh yeah,
Waft it
here
over.
we go. Here go. Here, smell it.
Sensual.
Take a big old whiff. Ooh, what's that?
Ooh.
This is a vanilla bliss incense.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's huge. That is
Huge.
massive. Is it like really big?
I don't know. I
Oh,
think it's just pretty close.
oh, it's just the that's like huge. So what's up?
Not much.
What's
How
up?
have your weeks been so far?
What stuff?
How have your weeks been so far this week? As we're closing it
Been
out.
good. This
I don't
actually
know.
feels really good.
I've had some, like, I've shifted my space into my own room, which feels really, really good.
So did you guys see recently that apparently there was a alien ship that
What?
like crashed in a house or something, and they caught it on the police body cam footage in Nevada?
Oh my God.
Of
I would be
course
like,
it would
take
be
me
Nevada.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. Oh, but also it's like, oh, so now this comes out. I mean, I feel like this is not as shocking to me. Like, I'm not super shocked by the news.
No. Well, I thought they came out, like, the government came out openly and reported, like, yeah, there's aliens and there's all these things that have been happening and it's real and we have proof.
Yeah. But even before they decided to do that and say that, like everybody already knew deep
Yeah.
down, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be a lot more monumental. Like for me, it wasn't like that big of a deal. So it's almost like we intuitively know that they have been hiding a lot of shit from us for many, many years.
We grew up in an era, I feel like there's a lot of alien movies
Yeah.
from our generations, and like, you know, there's like Signs and the movie Aliens and like Men in
Right.
Black and Roswell.
The thing is, though, like the way that they would portray it in like the films is they would try and give off a fear vibe. That's the problem. I think possibly aliens are not trying to mess with us. I don't think that they're trying to do anything to us. I think they're just observing. Maybe even then, maybe they're not. I mean, just imagine how much more evolved you'd have to be in order to travel all the way over here. And not only that, be able to figure out how to sustain and not die because of the environmental, like, you know, they're different species. Like, how do you know that you wouldn't instantly die? And how do you create stuff that would keep you alive? And so, but who knows? I mean, who knows how long they've been in existence, how much longer. I'm just saying, I speculate a lot and there's a lot that I question.
Yeah, even in the Egyptian times, they have hieroglyphics showing spaceships. So it's been a very long time, I'm sure, before.
Yeah, Mayan and Aztec culture have it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very well documented. So.
And all the ley lines, how they match up with like the pyramid locations.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Well, then where did all that go, I wonder?
I think it's still, I forgot what the link was that triggered something, but I don't recall the full spectrum. There was something where like one of the ley lines was recently found with a new location, but I'm trying to recall the rest of it. Maybe it'll come to me later. But
yeah, I do believe.
I think they're fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely. Or like how they have the pyramids positioned in the perfect spots to where it maps out what is it called? Like to beam up, but they're all it's like sacred geometry, basically. So
You remember Fire in the Sky? Did you guys ever watch that in the 90s? I remember I was so terrified
that
of that
happened
movie.
here.
Yeah. It was in
That
Arizona.
happened actually close to Pinedale.
Yeah.
It was like in Heber, like close to where.
They all aced their lie detector test and everything. Like it was,
Yeah.
they were all, you know,
My
trying to see
sister
what.
used to have like astral projection dreams where she'd get abducted and they would do like scientific experiments on her. But they're like doing body analyses to like help upgrade and reprogram her body. So it's like
Wow.
this weird astral projection dream state that she would go into with
the Palladians.
Maybe.
Yeah.
She would just refer to them as aliens. So
yeah. Well,
maybe they're flashbacks. Did you ever imagine, like, if you
started
having flashbacks because those things happened and
yeah.
what you think they're dreams? That's so crazy. Wow. I mean, in a good way. Like that's intense.
Yeah. You know, I think anything can be really possible, right? If you can think it,
infinite universe.
It has to exist somewhere. If it's existing in your mind, I mean, that right there, acknowledging what that truly means to the core is mind blowing.
Do you think we go to sleep and like go to other worlds, like kind of like an Avatar, like they have those like portal like equipment, but like in our dreams, like we are actually going somewhere else or our sleep time?
I think it's a legitimate theory.
Yeah.
I think it's very possible. Absolutely.
Do you guys have lots of dreams, or are yours usually like you sleep and then wake up? That's usually how mine is, but sometimes I have dreams than others.
Mine's inconsistent.
Yeah.
I'm inconsistent too, but when I get those dreams, I remember a lot of details. And I'll see faces. I'll remember like actual buildings and sceneries and setups. Like I can envision it in my mind, like afterwards. If it's made a big enough impression on me, I will remember exactly like the most important clips that happened and the feeling it gave me. Some are terrifying as hell too. But then there's some that aren't that bad. And some, like most of them just don't make any sense at all. They're just nonsense. Like, I remember one time I was like switching back, like the scenes would switch in and out. And it was like where there's a whole bunch of stairs, you know, like in, oh my gosh, Harry Potter. So in the Hogwarts, right? And in there, it's like those stairs that just like, that's how it'd be. But it wasn't in a building. It was just darkness. They'd move around and I was walking on them.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Creepy.
It was creepy. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, what the heck is going on?
Are we going to do a card pull today?
Oh, I don't know. But I do want you guys to check out this creepy looking devil card.
Ooh, this is from the new deck?
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's like a genie with
it looks like he's puppeteering this woman that's masked. Like he is puppeteering her. And they're chained. Yeah, like she's a puppet and he's just controlling her. That's interesting, huh?
Yeah.
It's creepy. What card is that?
Creeps McGreeps. It's the devil card. I don't think anybody should be afraid of the devil. Not in a way to where go dabble and try and look for dark things. I mean, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we need to recognize that this Satan devil dude he can't break the laws of free will. So people get so scared and worried about, oh my gosh, the devil, oh, I'm going to be possessed and blah, blah, blah. I think people allow themselves to become possessed. I don't think that they're being possessed from out of their, like, against their will. They must have opened a portal somewhere to allow themselves to be consumed and possessed in some way first. Essentially, if we truly believe the laws of free will that we've been granted, He is not allowed to do that. That is going against the laws of the universe if he had the ability to do so.
But why would the devil follow the law of anything?
That's true.
That's what I always think. Like,
he won't follow the law, but he'll find loopholes. It's a loophole. Oh, come on, let's do drugs. Let's go do drugs. Come on, let's go drink. You get consumed by vices. Oh yeah, let's just go to like brothels all the time. Oh, who cares about doing this? Who cares about doing that? You know, I'm not judging people that, you know, whatever. We're human beings, but let me just say there should be a line, I think, because you don't want to get an STD. So anyways, and you know, I mean, like, just, I'm saying, I'm not trying to shame anybody, and I know that, okay, I need to stop talking about that. So, Danielle's over here like, oh God, she's gonna really regret this.
I just like watching you dig.
What it really comes down to is he'll try and trick you, right? He'll say, hey, you know, he'll offer you something. He'll pique your curiosity. And then you give in because you willingly chose. And then once you fall, if you fall, right? Because everything's a risk. But if you so choose to do so and you fall in the process, you're going to go to him and say, it's your fault. You got me here. And then he's going to laugh at you and say, no, you made that decision. I didn't make you do anything. That's
you
what
got
the
you
devil
here.
does.
Yeah.
That's what the devil does.
Aliens have.
Do you hear me, devil? I'm not afraid of you.
That's what makes me question things like traditional religion that we know, because if the universe is so expansive and infinite, you know, that is everyone governed by the same things that we, you know, consider like our higher powers? Like, are they governed by those ideologies? You know what I mean? I think that's my skepticism. Like, that's why I question things so much.
Perspective is going to be slanted and biased towards their own experiences. So
exactly. There you go. There you go. It's like it's all based off of perception and a bias. This is with, or maybe that they're not like, oh no, that's not cool. It's like trends. It's like fashion trends that change. Legit. No, this is legit the perfect example. It's like fashion trends that keep changing, and then like, you know, like Devil Wears Prada type of lady, whatever her name is, I don't care. She's just like, yeah, I don't like this, and she has glasses.
That's a chow.
And she's like in raging bitch mode all the time. No, actually, no, she's not in raging bitch mode. She's in resting bitch face mode all the time. And like everybody like looks up to her like she's like this goddess, like, oh my God, you know, oh, I must, you know, worship. And it's like everything she says, it based off of what someone doesn't like, then they poop on it and tell everybody else to poop on it.
I feel like it looks like I'm probably just chilling in my chonies.
I was noticing that earlier. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, I love that. Yeah, I was noticing that too. I love that. That's really cute. So yeah, guys, I want to meet an alien. Why can't a damn alien crash into my damn neighborhood? That'd be fun. I want to get on the news.
Did they take selfies with it, or was the alien dead after the crash? So you like walking around having like a Bud Light or something? Just like, hey guys, Earth's so crazy. Like humans overcomplicate things. We can't even get together like as a race, a human race, to unite. We're all divided up frivolous things. You know, and they're probably like shaking their head. What is happening down there?
Yeah, just probably like looking at us like, what the fuck are they doing?
Or like we give them all this technology to like unite each other and themselves, and like no.
And we use it for Twitter wars and to be divided. It's so silly.
Well, they're probably just having a conversation of their own up there. So they're just like watching us the whole time like, oh my God, don't do it.
They're eating popcorn.
They're just like having, it's like a show. They're just like stuffing their mouths with whatever.
It's like reality TV
alien popcorn. And just watching the show take place and stuff. So
wait until everything is about to like be on the brink of, you know, demolition, and then they'll be like, "Hey guys, we're here."
don't do it. You know,
They have a branch now in the government for, they call it AEP, like aerial phenomenon or something.
yeah,
They like renamed the term UFO. You know, they
yep,
relabeled it, rebranded it.
they rebranded.
But
Yeah.
now there's a branch in the government that's dedicated to exploring like aerial phenomenon and stuff like that, like exploring it, doing investigations.
How many more organizations do they need to make, really?
Oh yeah, and then there's Space Force, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Just another way to funnel like money.
What do you think will happen when like a mass, you know, like the world globally knows, like for instance, if it was announced that there were aliens, like do you think it would be intense rioting and just pure chaos, or like do you think people would just be looting and
I don't
destroying
think so.
no,
I don't think
or
it.
maybe just staying at home scared shitless,
No,
or maybe just curious, like waiting for something to happen?
no, I think because I honestly don't think that anything would really change because they technically already did release that, right? And no one really no one gave a shit. Like it didn't affect anything. It's because we already knew. Because we already knew that something was up. We knew they were keeping that from us for a long time already. And they just chose to like say it themselves. But
Yeah.
the only thing that I would say would probably instill fear is if we had a War of the Worlds situation.
Yeah, I think we would destroy each other before an alien would destroy us. Like they would have the capabilities to do so already, you know? Like they would have already done that shit. Or
Absolutely.
maybe they already did. Maybe humans have been extinct and came back, or something crazy. Who knows?
What if we're all already alien offspring and that's why we're all so divided because we all have like different camps of like alien theology and roots and like that's
Yeah.
why we're like we don't speak my language or connect to my belief system or whatever.
Yeah, could very possibly be. Yeah, for sure. And I think also like remember we were talking about how we feel about reincarnation theory. The belief of that makes more sense to me than just having one chance. I also think that you can still believe. I think you can still believe in God. You can still believe in religious beliefs and reincarnation theory. Why not? You ascend so many lives over, several lives, right? We learn from every past life, and it kind of just keeps adding and adding to our awareness, our soul connection. So I do believe we're ascending. Who knows though? Maybe during the Egyptians' time, during Atlantis, they were also very evolved and supposedly very evolved and ascended. Yet they still collapsed. What caused that collapse, I wonder?
Stay tuned. Next episode.
It just makes you think, like really ponder it.
Mhm.
Disease, famine, lack of resource,
It could be that
health
for sure.
expertise. It could be a various.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, something about their way of life had to adapt to drastically shifted.
Yeah.
Whether like whatever their life source was based off of may have no longer been sustaining them or
Right.
or they
Exactly.
just
Yeah.
had missed something to be able to adapt, or it could have just been a one-off catastrophic event.
True.
But maybe there's something leading up to it that they ignored.
That they ignored, yeah. Or it could be, like you said, the planet was terraforming. It was shifting and changing, like Atlantis ended up being underwater. It's like the Earth will go through shifts and changes, and it's like, well, she goes through cycles like a woman goes through her cycle, right? But these are very long frames of time between each cycle. Thank God. But yeah, it's like a cycle where she goes through her menstruation, and she's like Ice Age, and then I don't know why I'm talking about this. This is probably not a very appealing subject to talk about. I was trying to get somewhere. Sorry, I lost my way.
Get there.
So
Just kidding.
there's my moon going off again, Gemini moon here. Don't mind me. But you guys get what I mean.
It's a good analogy, though.
And then, when
Well,
there's
I
like
always
volcanoes.
more like there's cycles of puberty and like to like womanhood to like menopause or whatever. Like we go through these cyclical evolutionary changes, and they can be pretty drastic in the full-on shift of our everyday existence. Like when you do go through that change, because nothing's the same as it was when you were in the previous state.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very true.
It's completely changed. And especially after you have a kid. Good Lord.
Good luck.
The same. Nothing is the same after you have a child. And then the more children you have, the more it changes and shifts and things just not the same. And
so, yeah, have children. Have fun.
Yeah.
Good luck.
That should be your motivation right there.
Yeah.
I love how symbolic it all is, though, because, the earth is like our mother, the mother, and then the sun represents the father. You know what I don't like about summertime in Arizona?
What? Everything?
The damn flies.
The damn flies.
They drive me batshit crazy.
Our house is full of fruit flies right now. It's so obnoxious.
Yeah.
Why?
I think this thing's about to go out. It's like 14 seconds remaining, it says.
Yeah. I figured we're getting close.
Joe, it's about to go.
No.
It's about to go, go, go.
We're about to be beamed up.
Beamed out.